Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, I have got no makeup on. It's basically going to be a chit chat getting ready with me video. So let's begin. What is up guys? So if you guys have been watching my Instagram stories, you guys probably would have seen that my parents were here recently and I haven't really had time to film, post videos, you know, like a lot of the stuff that I've been posting on Instagram and basically YouTube have been kind of like stuff that I've pre-filmed or recycled. So I thought it was time to definitely do a fresh one. Now I've got a couple of products that I really want to try out. So the first ones are these ones from the Aaliyah matte collection. So I requested for the eyeshadow palette, and thank you guys so much at MAC for sending this over because this palette is so pretty. But they also sent me two lippies. I'm pretty sure this is a lip gloss. So they sent me these as well. So I'm definitely going to try these ones out for you guys today. But then I also got products from Bobbi Brown. Now obviously there's two eyeshadow palettes. I think I'm just going to save this one for an Instagram video, but I'm definitely going to be using one of these highlighters because these highlighters are so pretty. Alright, so I'm going to start off first with the eyes. I'm going to be starting off with an eyeshadow primer. Now this one is an oldie but a goodie. I haven't used this in a while. This one is the Kryolan eyeshadow primer. So I don't know which video is going to go up first, this one or my vlog of my parents and I and my partner going down to Phillip Island. I actually suggested to my mum that we go to like Sorrento or Phillip Island, but honestly Sorrento is so expensive. Like I looked at the places there like on Airbnb and they're so ridiculously overpriced. And I don't know, like Sorrento's pretty but there's not much to do, I feel. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, we ended up Phillip Island because of the pricing. But anyway, if that vlog is up, I'll link it on the screen or down in the description box down below for you guys. So now I'm going to set my eyeshadow primer. I'm just going to be using this one from Too Faced. This one is the Born This Way Too Faced powder. Stuff is amazing. And I also like the packaging because it's got a cover for the sifter, and that's like my biggest problem with like loose powders is the powder just gets everywhere, and if you've got something like this, it just makes it so much easier. Alright, so now we're going to go into the palette. As you guys can see, it's so pretty, and mine's a PR sample, so it's got a different sticker on the back, but so pretty. From what I can see, there is a combination of mattes and shimmery eyeshadows. I'm just going to grab this Mecca Max brush. This one is the soft shadower brush. Just going to be grabbing that camel shade. It's quite pigmented. I do have to say there is a bit of fallout. I personally don't mind fallout. I just feel like that's just normal for eyeshadows. Even if it's like super powdery, as long as it performs well on the eyes, I don't really care. I'm going to take a narrower blending brush and I'm going to be grabbing that shade over there. So I would say this is like a medium brown shade. Just going to pop it into the crease and girl. She pigmented. It's really pigmented. Probably shouldn't have added that much product. I do have to apologize guys if the lighting keeps shifting throughout this video. I'm filming during the daytime and it's just really hard to manage the lighting. Anyway, I'm just going to be grabbing a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend these colors together. Alright, so I'm going to define the crease a little bit more. So I'm just going to be grabbing that darker shade at the corner and I'm just pretty much using the same brush, just a light dab into the outer V. Just really etch that out. Pretty much just staying on the outer corner because I just want that depth at the corner. Okay, now for the lid color, I'm feeling maybe this shade. I feel like that's going to go well with that purple on the lower lash lines. I think I'm going to change my brush. I don't think that's going to work. So I'm just switching it up to this one. This one is the base shadower brush from Real Techniques. Getting a little bit of product on my brush and just going to spritz. That's one of my favorite tips for eyeshadow. If it doesn't show up on your eyelids, just wet your brush and 9 times out of 10 that will do the trick. Alright, so I'm just going to grab some eyeliner. This one is the Ink Me eyeliner. Alright, so I've got some lashes from Jacob's brand. This one is from Bocaj Beauty and this one is the Stefani. Is it Stefani? So I want them to be dramatic, but not super dramatic because I am going to be doing like a really big pop of color under, well not big, like a pop of color underneath the eyes. So I think this is going to be the perfect pair. So I'm just gonna put these on off camera because my battery is about to die. Alright, this sun is like really strong. Alright, so lashes are on. Now we're going to apply some primer. This one is from Smashbox. This one is the Photo Finish Super Light Smooth and Blur Primer. just going to actually put this directly onto a brush. This one is from, oh sorry, this one is from TBX. Just going to use that to buff it into my skin. Alright, now we're going to move on to foundation. So I've got two foundations here. This one is from Loreal. This one's the Infallible Pro Glow foundation. I'm in Sun Beige. Now this one I feel is a little tad bit too neutral for my skin tone at the moment. I'm very yellow at the moment, quite. I think this is like my winter shade, so I'm a little bit yellow. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this one from NYX. This one is the Drop foundation, and this one is in beige. Base on, I've got also my brows. Not really sure how I feel about the shape of my brows. Like, they're in that stage where this brow is just anything I do to it just does not look good. Whereas this one looks decent most of the time. Anyway, that's another story for another video. Alright, so I'm gonna do my lower lash line, and I do want to use that purple shade. I think that's just going to be so pretty, but I feel like I need a bit of a base, so I'm going to be using a liquid lipstick. So I'm just going to be grabbing this one from Rimmel London. This one is the Stay Matte Liquid Lip, and this one is in the shade Midnight. Just going to take a synthetic brush. I'm just going to grab a tiny bit, like on a synthetic brush, and just line my lower lash line. Alright, now I'm going to go into the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be grabbing that shade. Now I think that shade is called Care For You. I don't really know how to read these labels on the back. I'm still, yeah. So I'm just gonna grab that shade. I'm just gonna place it underneath like that. I'm just gonna take a clean, narrow blending brush and try and buff that out a bit. And then for the inner corner, I'm thinking that one. And that is called Ginger Snap. Just gonna pop it in the center. Ooh, okay. This is a little bit dark for my liking. Alright, so I'm just gonna grab this holographic shade from Rimmel London. This one is called Blushed Orbit. Just because it's like a similar pinky undertone, and I just need this to be a little bit lighter. Yeah. Alright, cool. So now I'm going to bronze, and I have been loving this bronzer from Rimmel London, honestly. This is just like, I just love a bronzy forehead, and this shade is just perfect for me at the moment. So I'm just going to use a multitask brush from Real Techniques. And you also get a decent amount of product. Like they don't skimp on the amount of product and like the pigmentation that you get from this product. So good. I also love to add a little bit of that bronzer on my 5 o'clock shadow, especially when my 5 o'clock shadow is a little bit too apparent, like because I didn't add enough corrector or my foundation isn't pigmented enough. Like, you know, I think that just makes it less visible. Alright, now we're going to go for blush. I'm feeling like a dusty rose for this look, so I'm going to grab this one from NARS. This one is the Narsissist palette. I think this is just their normal blush palette. I just dropped the palette and I just gouged one of the shades trying to look for what shade that was. Devastated. So devastated. But that was actually the shade that I was going to use because it's like this dusty rose color. So I think that is called Exposed. Brush. Now this is clean, it's just stained. So I'm just grabbing that dusty rose color. Just gonna apply it onto my cheeks. If you guys haven't noticed already, if you guys have been watching me for quite some time, I don't really have a particular order I do my makeup in. Sometimes there is, but yeah, I completely forgot to do lashes, like mascara. So let me just grab a mascara. So I'm just going to be grabbing this one. This one is the Wonderfully Real mascara. I'm just going to use that to blend my falsies and my real lashes. Alright, so for some light contouring, I'm just going to actually use this bronzer. This one is from Loreal. This one is Back to Bronze. Like I said, this is quite cool tone. I can use it as a bronzer, but I can also use it as a contour. Like it doesn't show up too warm on my skin tone. Alright, because this is going to be a sultry look, I think I'm going to go for this highlighter from Bobbi brand. This one is called Sunset Glow, and oh girl, it's so pretty. It must be, I don't want to ruin the design, but it must be done. Beautiful. It's not an overly blinding glow, which I actually don't mind. You guys know I love my blinding highlights, but every now and then I will go for something a little bit on the natural side, and I don't mind this. Now the lip color they sent me is More Than a Woman, which is, so it's this sort of like deep shade. I don't know what lip line I'm going to pair it with. I'm probably just going to go with like a brownie tone. Next I'm going to apply a little bit of Brooklyn Born, and I'm not going to use the applicator because I don't want to ruin it, so I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. Love MAC lipstick smells. Lip product smells, I should say. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. I am definitely digging the eye makeup. Personally, now that I've had this makeup on for a little bit, I don't particularly like this lipstick. I've never really been into this sort of like particular shade on myself. I think it's pretty. I think it does go well with the collection itself. I don't know, it's just not me. I personally would probably go for a nude lip. I think before I film my next video, I'm going to definitely just change this just because it's just not me. But in terms of the products from the collection itself, I think it's pretty good. I think I really like it. Obviously, I didn't try all the shades in this palette, but I'm pretty impressed. Like the matte shades, MAC matte shades can be, sometimes some particular shades are just not very pigmented, but these ones are very, very pigmented. That shimmery shade didn't really show up very well just on its own. I almost always spritz my brush anyway with shimmer shades, and that's completely fine. That purple shade, absolutely gorgeous. Obviously I've got a base underneath as well, but I think it's still quite a stunning colour. I might try and do another look, but this time this as the lid colour. But yeah, palette is really good. Lipstick packaging, love the packaging. In terms of the lip gloss product, I don't really have an opinion of it. I think it's good. I'm not a very big lip gloss person, but I think it's decent. It's definitely added some shine to the lips like that. In terms of the Bobbi Brown highlighter, definitely enjoying that. I always forget Bobbi Brown highlighters aren't just super bright and blinding. They actually blend into your skin and still give you that nice shine. Again, this is just dry. I haven't like spritzed my brush or anything. Definitely feeling that shade. It's just so pretty, and like, oh, I love this. So yeah, I think that's all. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much all the new products I've tried out in this video. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check out the description box down below for all the products I use in this video if you guys need any help for shopping links and stuff like that. Yeah, some of them are affiliate links, but you know the deal. Also, tell me down in the comment box down below, have you guys checked out the Aaliyah collection? What are your thoughts and opinions? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, girl. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.